Hi guys, it's Jen here. I'm getting ready to make meatball calzones. These are one of my boys' favorites. They are actually really easy to make, so I'm going to show you how to make them. I thought I would show you what you need first. Now, I make my meatballs myself. You can definitely buy them frozen. So if you do make your own meatballs, you'll need a pound of ground beef, breadcrumbs. You can buy Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, or you can just use plain ones and then season the breadcrumbs with a little crushed red pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. And then you'll need an egg to bind your meatballs together, and also some Parmesan cheese. I need to grab that. You will need some mozzarella cheese, and then you'll need some pizza sauce, or you can use tomato sauce and then just add some of the seasoning. You'll need a pie crust. You can definitely make your own, but since this is just an easy weeknight meal, I have one that I purchased from Trader Joe's. You'll need a double pie crust, and then you'll need another egg because you're going to use the egg white to brush over the pie crust. So that's all you really need. I'm going to do my meatballs first. I have my oven preheating to 350, and I will show you how I make my meatballs. Okay, I found that if I hold the camera, you guys can see everything that I'm cooking better, but it makes it a little bit harder to cook with one hand, so I thought I would show you what I did. I have my 1 pound of ground beef. I added my egg, and then if you have Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, you can add about 1/4 cup of those. I had just plain breadcrumbs, so I added 1/4 cup of the breadcrumbs, and then I just seasoned them with a little bit of garlic powder and Italian seasoning, probably about a teaspoon of each, and then I added a little bit of crushed red pepper because we like the flavor of that. And then I added about 2 tablespoons of Parmesan and Romano. So I'm going to mix this all up and form small meatballs to go into my calzone. Okay, I mixed everything together, and then I have a 13 by 9 pan that I sprayed lightly with olive oil spray so that my meatballs don't stick, and I'm going to form my meatballs. Okay, here are all my meatballs. They are about 1 inch or so. It doesn't have to be perfect. I make them a little bit smaller because they are going to go into the calzones. So I am going to pop those in the oven at 350 degrees. You can use your own pizza sauce like I mentioned. You can even use marinara, or you can make your own pizza sauce, which is what I'm going to do. I have a 14-ounce can of tomato sauce, and I just season it a little bit with Italian seasoning. You want to season it pretty well, maybe like 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons. And you won't use all of this to make the calzones. You can serve a little bit on the side for dipping if you would like. And then I just do a sprinkle of the red pepper flakes. You could definitely leave this out if you don't like spicy things. And then probably like 1 teaspoon or so of garlic salt. And just mix it together. My meatballs took about 22 minutes to bake, so just check them around 20 minutes. Yours might take a little longer or a little less time. And then you're going to add your pizza sauce to a skillet and all of your meatballs. So I'm just going to heat this up. I have it on medium high and just heat it up for a few minutes just so the pizza sauce is nice and hot. Then I have a cookie sheet with my 2 pie crusts on there, and definitely spray your pan with olive oil spray or cooking spray or something. Make sure you grease it so that the pizza crust won't stick. And you're just going to put the filling on 1/2 so you can fold each of them over. Okay, so I put half of the meatball mixture on each pie crust, just on 1/2, because you're going to fold it over. And then I sprinkled some mozzarella cheese. You can use as much as you want, like a half cup or so. So you'll fold each of your pie crusts over and then seal it really well. Just make sure you press your pie crust so that nothing is going to like bubble out. So do that on each side, and you can make it look pretty if you want. My boys are eating this, so they don't really care. But you just definitely want to make sure it's all sealed up. And then you're going to use 1 egg white with 2 teaspoons of water, and you're going to whisk that together and brush it over top. Okay, so I brushed my calzones with the egg white and water mixture, and that will give it a nice golden brown color and get it nice and crispy on the outside. I forgot to mention, if you're having a hard time sealing your pie crust, you can dip your finger in water and just kind of press it in a little bit. That will help. So I'm going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. This is what your calzones will look like when you pull them out of the oven. They have a nice golden brown crust. You're going to want to let them sit for about 5 minutes before you cut them. I usually cut these in 3 triangles like this, each one. So there are 6 pieces. This is what your meatball calzones will look like when you cut them into triangles. They have the meatballs and cheese inside and the sauce. They're really good, and the crust gets nice and crispy on the outside. My boys love these. I'm sure you will enjoy them, so I hope you give them a try.